Good morning, I'm Bob Stafford Jr., and welcome to my home in the Green Mountains of Vermont, overlooking the iconic Camel's Hump. The 200-year-old farmhouse that my wife Donna and I live in was once owned by my grandfather, William S. Preston Sr. My grandfather was an avid outdoorsman who enjoyed hunting, fishing, boating, and spending time on the forested property my grandmother and he owned. He was also a very giving person who was involved in several local, regional, and national organizations. For several years, he was the chairman of the New York-Vermont Interstate Commission on the Lake Champlain Basin, which supported the appropriate development of the Lake Champlain Valley. 62 years ago, in 1959, while serving on the commission, he helped organize the Canoe-cade, which was a flotilla of 24 birchbark canoes that were paddled the entire length of Lake Champlain. My grandfather was fortunate to have been able to acquire one of the handmade 14-foot birchbark canoes, which was made on the Maniwaki Reserve in Quebec. In 1959, I was 8 years old and remembered trailering this magnificent canoe over to the pond to soak it up and then seal the small leaks in the canoe with pitch. Once the canoe was seaworthy, we would slide it into the water and glide around the pond, being careful not to run into submerged logs and rocks. The paddles were made on the reserve as well. When the canoe was not used, it was covered and placed on a rack in the barn, where it has been well taken care of until Steve Brownlee, owner of Umiak Outfitters in Stowe, Vermont, suggested my wife and I donate it to the Northern Forest Canoe Trail. We are delighted to donate it to such a deserving organization who supports communities, waterways, and paddling across the Northern Forest. The paddlers who are invested in this region make our communities better places in which to live, work, and recreate. My grandfather Preston would be pleased that the money derived from the auction of his birchbark canoe is going to support such a worthwhile endeavor. We hope you enjoy the canoe.